Okay, so I have been asked for tips and tricks on how I achieve the rounded um, dart illusion. The dart is existing. It's right there. It the trick is on how I placed it when I was taking photos for my Instagram account, my Instagram store. It's there. So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing tips and tricks on how I achieve this illusion, and I was also asked if I can show how I do pattern placement on panels like this. It's the princess panel from the, I think it's round 3. Hold on. Yeah, it's the, well, here's my receipt, sorry. It's from the R3, round 3 of the cotton round. And I got the shipment Wednesday. Yeah. Um, these has been washed in cold water, dried in low heat. So, here's the small. I haven't ironed it yet. So, here's the small, and here's the large. For size comparison, that's how big the large is. After drying it in low heat, it's pretty large, but I can work around it. I have a couple of projects in mind to utilize this one, but majority of it will be made in mask as well. So for the small panel, what I do is I cut sorry, I'm having brain farts. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning here in California, and I'm still wide awake. So what I do is I leave an allowance on top, and I'm gonna explain in a little bit why, and then I cut it directly below, like border below the design. So let me show you how I do it. So for the big one, I'm not very particular about the borders on the side. I can cut it however, because all of the patterns work for this layout and for this size. So I'm not very concerned about that. You can cut it however you want it. But that's just my preference. So let me work on this small panel. Sorry. Okay, let's just put it back there. So as I've said earlier, let me fix this one. So I mentioned earlier that I leave an allowance on top, just because I want the end of the dart to fall somewhere away from the main details of the design. I can show you this one. So with this one, I wasn't very careful in how I did the pattern placement, so the details are off. I didn't leave extra allowance on top so that this too would match. It looks pretty okay still for me, but if I'm selling it and actually having clients or customers pay for it, I'm not very comfortable selling it with this quality. I'm very particular on how my products are quality controlled. I want my clients and my customers to be satisfied with the quality. It's a small detail that you wouldn't even notice if you're looking at it from afar, but I noticed it, so it didn't go out. So that one, and I have another one. I can't find it. But anyway, this is what I'm trying to say. So let me show you how I do it. So I try, as I've said earlier, I tried the end of the dart to fall somewhere away from the main design. And I usually, for any other fabric, I usually do it the right sides in. But for this instance, because I want to see my pattern on top of the design, I'm going to do it the other way. So I line it up. I tried to line it up as much as I could. There. And then I do the pattern placement. So I try to incorporate as much detail inside the pattern. And that way when I cut it, everything is in there. See, I'm trying to move the end away from the nose, and that way it's all lined up. I'm trying to get a part of the neck, the hair, the mouth should fall somewhere in between my pattern, and that way when your client or you wear it, it's on the right spot. That's why I leave an allowance. That's why. So if I cut it where the design ends, I am forcefully gonna be moving my pattern down. The risk of me not being aligned is high. Quality would not be as what I have envisioned. So that's why it's more space for you to move your pattern up and down till you get the desired spot for your project. So I'm kind of happy with, let me pull it down a little, this one. Part of the neck shows the hair, mouth and nose are okay, and I'm good with it. So I usually use a pen, and that way I can see it right away. But for this video purpose, I'm using this one since I'm using, well, I can't use the white one, I won't be able to see it. So I'm using the blue, I'm so sorry, the blue one. And I traced it. Just trace it. Oh, by the way, the pattern, I got it from one of the members as well. Her name is Carolyn. It's pretty durable, very well made, very affordable. I got it as a set, so this is a small, large adult. I use it for males. For men, this one I mostly use it for women, and this one is for kids. If there's a special request, I have a rounder face, I print a pattern and just adjust it accordingly, and not use this one. I'm not very comfortable using this and just cut it. That's why I'm tracing it, because a lot of you might ask, why don't you just cut it? I don't know how to use it. I know how to sew, but I don't know how to use this. I can cut straight, but I really don't have any positive experience of this with me cutting. Yeah, no. I've wasted way too much fabric messing with this one. So yeah, I use my handy dandy scissors. So okay, let me cut this fabric out, and I'll come back. Okay, so I cut the fabric out. So this is how it would look like. I have details of the flower, a little bit of hair, the neck is right there, the lips is in the middle, and the nose is in position. So let me get to the sewing machine and show you how I do the illusion of not having a very pointy dart. Okay, so this is how I achieve that illusion. So a lot of people would just go straight right here, just go straight and finish it up. That is leaving you with a very harsh point. So what I do is I curve it. So let me show you. So when I get there, I move my fabric and curve it. So this is how it looks like. As I've said, a lot of people would just go straight like that. So but with what I did, I curved it, and then I cut this part. I don't know what I'm using, why I'm using this pair of scissors, but yeah, I usually cut this part. So right there, it's curved out. Then on the bottom one, on the bottom darts, I don't put in, I don't curve it. I don't see why I have to. It's on the chin part. It doesn't bother me that it has a very prominent darts, so I just leave it as is. So let me just do it. I saw a member on the page asking why is there like a gap between this part and this one. If you see, sorry if it's not focusing. I, I don't have an answer. I don't know why it's doing it. I just traced the pattern. I haven't figured out why is there a space between these two parts when, yeah. So let me get back to my cutting board and finish it up. So this is how it would look like after sewing it in. So it looks like it's very sharp right now, but when you put the liner behind and finish the whole project, it would look curved. Michelle, one of the members as well, has posted a couple of videos walking you through on how to do the whole batwing pattern, the batwing mask. She has options whether you want to have a filter spot for the batwing or just plain liner at the back, which I do. These fabrics are pretty high quality. I don't find it necessary to add one more layer of fabric, so I'm good with two. This is one of my finish products, finish mask. You see when you put the lining at the back, the dart is not as prominent as this one. This one I'm not very particular, as I've said earlier. It falls on the chin part. The eyes doesn't go directly here, it's more in here. The back part, regular lining, cotton fabric as well, 100%. What I do with the ends is I serge it and then just fold it. I can do a reversible mask, that would not be a problem, but it takes a lot of work. So what I do is just serge the ends, fold it, top stitch it, then just insert the elastics and do the adjustable style, and that way the customer has the capability of just tightening it up themselves. This one is a kid size. It's a custom order for a mom and daughter. This is one of the projects as well. It's not prominent, the Batwing. If you put it curves. And one more trick that I want to share, if you are doing product pictures, um, do it in an angle. In that way, um, the light doesn't fall directly on the tip, and it emphasizes the darts. That's how I achieve the rounded illusion of these darts on my pictures. As you may have seen on the page, the darts exist. As I've said, they do exist. It's just on how I took the pictures, and that little trick that I've shared earlier on how to curve the, oh, I haven't cleaned this one yet, on how to curve the stitch. So yeah, um that should be basically it. If you have any questions, just send me a message. um I'll finish this batch of the princesses and post it on the page to show everybody how it looks like when it's finished. Yeah, and if you have questions, as I've said, you can always send me a message, comment on the post that I've been posting on the page, the masks that I make. All the fabrics that I use are from Adrian SNC. So far, no complaints. Very good quality, very affordable for the quality, for the designs. You won't be able to see it on your local fabric store, which is very okay for me. Um, yeah. So for that, that's it. All right, guys. Good night. It's 4:30 in the morning here in California, and I'm still wide awake. All right. Bye.